Hi, I'm Anthony Carlo, standing alongside Ian Sachs for the Westchester Knicks post-game wrap-up. Ian, the Westchester Knicks beating the Erie Bayhawks, and there were a couple of big stories tonight. Number one, Langston Galloway led the charge with 21 points and 12 rebounds, capping off his double-double. But another big story, maybe more importantly, was the fact that the Knicks had 7 players in double digits.
Well, Kevin Whitted talked about it in his post-game press conference. When you have a balanced scoring attack, everyone's sharing the spotlight, everyone's enjoying some of the praises of scoring. And you know what? When you have 7 players in double figures, you don't know who's going to be taking that shot, but you feel pretty good it's going to go in.
Continue to share the spotlight. We tell our guys, if the spotlight is being shared, everyone's getting a chance to sing, get a chance to get to the mic, let everybody get a touch.
The fact that 7 players contributed as much as they did may be the more important factor when you look at Langston's night, though he did have a big night. How about Markeith Cummings? Markeith Cummings, a late addition to this team, was a big factor in tonight's victory, and it was late in the fourth quarter with about 6 minutes and 50 seconds remaining that Markeith's end one play created some well-needed separation.
Well, the Knicks in a tied ball game, that they saw their big lead evaporate, and then they take the lead back on 6 straight points by Cummings. He's just what they needed right around Christmas time.
Exactly just what they needed, Ian, because if you look at the past 4 games, this team had an L in the loss column for each one of those games. So Coach Whitted alluded to something that was very interesting, and that's the fact that following after Phil Jackson's philosophy, this team did not push the panic button.
Well, once the lead dwindled, the panic button was ready to come, and I could feel it, and I felt like, hey, we can't panic as a staff. We see what's going on. We have to make sure that we stay poised, and at the same time, keep relaying to them what got them the lead. Not being indecisive, being decisive with what you're doing.
They came out for the win, and Ian, how important is it to snap a 4-game losing streak in a manner like tonight?
Well, Coach Whitted talked about it, about being quiet in the storm. And we saw that even in tonight's game. They have a huge lead, it evaporates, they don't get nervous. You go to Cummings, 6 straight points, as we said earlier, and you know what? This team came away with a 6-point victory. That was the difference.
It didn't really take much to get going, but I just stepped up for my team, so that's how I see it.
I spoke about snapping that 4-game losing streak in a manner that they did it tonight, and what I mean by that is this team came out looking like winners. They really had no hesitation. They attacked the basket throughout the whole game, and that was a huge reason why this team was able to come away with the victory.
And they also had good spacing on offense. They allowed the triangle to work for them, even though they were facing a zone in the Erie Bayhawks.
So the Knicks will move on with this win in their pocket, an early Christmas present perhaps. But for Ian Sachs, I'm Anthony Carlo for the Westchester Knicks post-game wrap-up.